I don't know how this is going to go one-handed. It might not go very well. We'll find out. This is a really rough part of the road. And my rearview mirror is all out of whack. Let's see if I can get that. Nice to see if anybody's coming up behind me in this slow-ass Jeep from the 50s. We're only going 3 miles though. My commute to work is 5.5 miles of this, and then 3 miles on the pavement, and you can see right there, we're just about there. So we'll see. This thing didn't come with seatbelts, so I got nothing to buckle up. Maybe I'm gonna add some of those. Hopefully my mother doesn't watch this video. Oy, really rough part of the road. Trying to just thread the needle through some of the worst of it. Alright, so, have blinkers. They actually work. Alright, now nobody's coming. That's an important thing because they don't want to be behind me. So let's try it out here. Oh wait, here comes somebody. We're gonna wait. I can hear the blinker blinking. Car coming the other way too. Alright. This thing is loud once you get it going, so alright, nobody coming. One person coming the other way. Alright, I'm gonna turn the blinker off so I don't have to worry about it once I get going here. Here we go. Oh no, somebody's coming. You better go around, pal. Alright, so this is the noise. That's loud. I'm gonna turn the camera off and see if I can figure out how fast I'm going. Okay, so this is 35 right here. This volume level of noise. Down there. And we're doing about, this is like, apparently like 35 miles an hour, so we're not going very fast. So I'm gonna turn this off now so I can drive with both hands. Okay, so drove this thing in to work on Tuesday, and it drove in just fine in the morning, and then on the way home, after it had been sitting in the parking lot all day, it got to the dirt road, got me about 2 miles in, and it gave me a hard time. It wasn't getting fuel. So originally I had problems with this fuel tank, so it's got this fuel tank under the seat. That's a 10-gallon tank, and inside there is this little fuel line that comes up from the where the fuel line attaches at the bottom of the tank. It comes straight up and then curls over and then ends up right above where the drain plug is. So you can take the drain plug out and you can see the end of this pipe that's inside this tank. And that pipe, when I got this Jeep, that pipe was completely clogged. You couldn't get a pipe cleaner through it. I took this tank out, completely drained all the fuel, took the drain plug out so I could see both ends of that little pipe, worked a solid wire through it with brake cleaner, and eventually got it cleared, worked a pipe cleaner through it, and got it cleared out, I thought. And then I had trouble with it on the way home from work on Tuesday. Now, I assumed that maybe I was still having problems with a clogged tank, or the clogged line in the tank. However, then I was thinking about it, and the fuel line, and I have changed it since, was running basically right where I don't know if you can see this line right on top of this right here, right against the block and right next to the exhaust manifold right here. And it was coming out and going curling down towards the block and then coming out next to the pump, running along next to the pump and then coming up right next to the block and then over to the carburetor. And I think maybe what I was seeing was a vapor lock situation. So I went ahead and replaced the fuel line because I intended to do that anyway with some modern fuel lines. I have no idea how old that fuel line that was on there was and if it's compatible with modern fuel. So I went ahead and I bought some good fuel line and I attached that, and then what I did was I made this little wire kind of bracket thing that spans this heater hose. This heater hose here and the coolant line down here to the bottom of the bottom radiator hose, and then it has this little bump in it here to capture the fuel line in it right there to hold it away from, down here you can see, away from the exhaust pipe there so it doesn't get hot, and then kind of away from the block a little bit here as well as it goes through. Now this week, maybe tomorrow, I'll go into town and I will buy some sheathing for this fuel line, some fiberglass, aluminized, I don't know what it's called. It's got aluminum foil and some fiberglass insulation, and it will insulate this pipe so that it won't get hot and cause me this problem. But hopefully just relocating it like this away from all the hot bits will help, and I'm going to try to drive it to work today. Now, right now, it probably has no fuel in the line, and there's no fuel visible in the fuel filter. But one of the problems I had when I was on the road with it and had the trouble with it on Tuesday was that I didn't have enough battery power to keep it cranking to get the thing started again. Although I did eventually get it going and made it home. It gave me trouble a little bit later, but I managed to feather it and feather the throttle and keep it going, and I managed to get all the way to the house, but I had a weak battery. So now I have a brand new battery. So that's going to be the difference between my last trip and this time. So hopefully that won't be an issue anyway, but if it is, at least I'll have enough power in my battery. So let's fire it up and make sure she runs, and hopefully it makes it in this time and back. Well, it made it in last time. It just didn't make it back. So let's see. All right. Really hope that's out of gear. All right. Let's start it up. Well, there's fuel. You can see fuel pumping. Let me give it a little bit of choke this time. Alright, so see fuel pumping. I don't see any leaks. Hopefully that will solve the problem. We'll see. So that did not solve the problem. It improved things a little bit. I got closer to the house coming home from work, but I still had to walk a mile back to the house to go get my pickup truck to go tow the Jeep home. So it was still not getting fuel, same issue. So I think it's better, but not quite there yet. So we're going to add that sheathing, that insulated sheathing over the fuel line, and hopefully that'll get me all the way home next time. All right. right, we got this stuff. Design engineering. This is a aluminized, some kind of fiber sleeve. I'm going to try to do that right now, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully that will, if it is a vapor lock issue, hopefully that will solve the problem. I bought a gas cap, but unfortunately it didn't fit. So I'm gonna actually have to bring this cap with me to Auto Parts Place, or buy it off of Kaiser Willys to get the right cap. But for now, I'm gonna just see if it happens again, and if it does, I don't even have to get out of the Jeep. I can reach out right over the door probably and just take the cap off and then see if it'll start. Because right now there's a bunch of fuel in the, you can see in the sight glass. I don't know how visible that is. You can see in the sight glass, you can see the fuel there, and also there's a little bit of fuel still in the filter. So we are getting fuel now, so it is going to run when I start it next, but usually takes a while for it to conk out. And then there's the sleeve all the way down to the pump itself, and then all the way over to just below the fuel filter. So hopefully that will provide enough heat shielding for that pipe, for that fuel line. So if I am having an issue with vapor lock, because we have this new gasoline now, well, gasoline is not gasoline anymore because all of the ethanol in it is lowering the boiling point of it, and these older vehicles with carburetors are suffering as a result. So hopefully this will solve that problem. So I did actually make it home from work the next time I tried, and it remains to be seen if I've actually solved the whole problem or if I've just extended my range far enough to get to work and back, and maybe a longer journey it would still have a problem. I'm unsure as how much fuel I'm supposed to be seeing in that sight glass there. It doesn't look like there's very much in there, but maybe you're not supposed to see much in there. I'm not really sure. But I do see fuel in the fuel filter, and it does seem to be running okay. So hopefully we're going to be good, but I'll have to take it on a bit of a longer journey to find out for sure.